Alright, we are going to do the value diamond today. I am recording this during a class, so if you hear chatter, that's just my students working. This is your goal. It should take 2 to 3 days, so don't rush, okay? If you print off that worksheet, you will have a very faint grid on your paper. The tricky thing is when you start, think about starting with a diamond in the center or near the center, because if you want to start at the edge, you're going to confuse yourself. So start with a diamond in the center. So I'm going to start with this. Now, we're going to do the light value here. Across from the light value is medium. No, it's dark. I'm sorry. It's light, dark, and then these two, the opposite triangles, will be medium. Okay. So we're going to do, depending on what you have available, I like to use a 2H or a 3H brush pencil with the light triangle shape. Okay. Now this is practice. This is getting back into the swing of paying attention to your brain, talking to your hands and how you apply your pencil, getting used to not scribbling, like right here, this is scribbling. Okay, so that's not the goal. Once you do this, if you realize, oh, I still see some white, come in here, try and make the white disappear. The more layers of minimal pressure you put on your triangle, the more smooth it will be. And then I like to change my direction, and that helps make it nice and smooth. We do not want to smear, so no smearing. This really is an exercise just to try to get your brain to tell your hand to not put a lot of pressure. Hold your pencil like this, do lots of layers. So that's the light triangle. Now we're going to do the dark triangle. So now I'm using a 4B pencil and come along here, trying to keep my lines together. You do want a nice edge, clean edge here. Sorry, they're getting loud. They forget that I asked them to be quiet. I told them they could talk, but they're getting loud. So come along here, just try and have a nice, not too dark layer, and you can see some white popping through there. Okay, now you see how that's darker there, and then there's like this dark area there. So we're going to do another layer, and I'm going to go the different direction. This is the dark triangle, so you can add more layers without worrying about it. Come along here, clean up my edge. Okay. Now, honestly, that's a medium value, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. And I know it's not dark enough because I've done this for 15 years. So, now if you at all are frustrated or irritated, I really just try to make this a nice chill moment. I had music on here a little bit ago and everybody was really calm. Put on some meditative music. Really just try to avoid the outside world and have your brain have that internal dialogue to tell your hand what to do. Have the internal dialogue be like, oh, this area needs to be smoother, I need a better clean line. Okay, so you do have to talk to yourself. Okay, so there's that. Clean up that corner. Now these two are going to be medium values. So you have light, dark, and then you have medium values. So I like to use a 2B pencil for these. Now it's really, really stress-free when you go to color in the medium value because you can't go dark in that dark triangle. But you do want to be careful when you get over to the light triangle because whatever you apply will affect it and make it darker. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the edge as dark as I think. Chatty Cathy's in here. And I apply lots of layers so it's nice and smooth. Okay, and then see like this darker here and darker here, and like I can see a line here, so I'm going to try to come in and smooth this all out. Use the pencil to actually help you make it nice and smooth. Then I'm going to do the same value in this one. So I'm going to be quiet for a second while I do that. It might sound like I'm not doing anything, but I would say 99% of them are working. So don't judge me on my students chit-chatting. It is the last period of the day, too. Alright, so try to smooth this out. Want all the values to be the same in this rectangle. Now our goal is this. So to make it look like it's coming to a point, you have to add fades around the edges. So darker edges. So once you get your diamond valued in, then you take a 2B pencil and you come around the edge. And when you feel confident, like that looks like a nice shade, then I'm going to take that shade and fade it into the point of the triangle. Okay. Now it's very hard to explain because it's a feeling and you can't see it, but when I do a fade, I start down here and then as I get to the center, I lift off the paper. And it's hard to explain. Okay. So I'm going to do the same over here. You actually do it in all your square or triangles, excuse me. So get confident with your color there, your shade, and then come to the center and lift off the paper. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same over here. I don't need to get as dark. It might eventually feel that way. Fade in here. And really use this time, like I just told my brain, oh, it needs to get a little darker over here. I need to make it a little darker here. Let this be your time to avoid any shenanigans in the outside world and just focus on coloring, valuing in. Here I'm going to get a little bit darker than the other three because this is the darker triangle. And then hopefully it looks like you came to a point. What you do not want is outlines. Okay, so don't do dark outlines. Hopefully each triangle stands on its own. And then you move on to the next one. So this one up here will be the dark, light, medium. Dark, light, and medium. It's a pattern. Okay? And this is your end goal. It should take 2 to 3 days. Nice and smooth application. You don't want to see a ton of scribbles. Like I can tell they got a little tired over here. They're very focused here. And when it was 2 or 3 days in, they were like just trying to hurry up. But this is a great example. And that is your value diamond.